to the next video of the MVP Taxi. My name is Drago, and today the first interview I'm making is with Stoyan. Hi Stoyan.
Hi Drago.
So, how are you? How are you doing today?
I'm fine, thank you, and thank you for letting me ride your nice car and talk about myself a bit.
Yeah, I guess the start was not bad we had with our project. Thank you for all the visitors on this point. We have a radar here, huh? So good.
Thank you guys for all the attention.
So, let's start. Let's talk about you. You are now an MVP for 3 years, as far
that's
I know.
Correct.
That's correct.
That's correct.
And how was it for you? Do you remember still the moment when you received your email on this time?
If I remember it, actually, when you received the MVP award for the first time, it's the most intense moment you have compared to the following, let's say, the following awards you get. So yeah, of course I remember it.
So, and how was it? What you was doing on this moment?
I was actually in the grocery store together with my family, and we were just thinking out what to buy. And just my phone made a strange noise. Actually, I was getting an email from Microsoft about the MVP award, and that I was receiving it. And to be honest with you, there was a little bit of dancing, a little bit of yeah, wow, and stuff like this. Really funny stuff, yeah.
Okay. So I guess the first one who knew about that you became an MVP was your wife and your kids.
That's correct. That's correct.
What did they say about that?
Yeah, my wife said that she's proud of me, and yeah, you know, kids, they do not understand much about the stuff, but yeah, when they see their parents happy and
behaving like kids,
they're experiencing the same actually.
Cool. So, and yeah, what happened then? What happened after? I mean, I know there is a lot of information you're receiving after you got awarded the first time, but how it changed for you the further couple of weeks and months?
Actually, it wasn't a big deal for me, to be honest with you. So I was doing the same stuff. Of course, there is the MVP logo in your signature, in your code. Now I'm MVP. That's really a deal. But for me, nothing has changed actually. It was work like always, family like always, and yeah.
Okay. But I guess you had more speeches afterwards. I think you got more requests for speeches to make.
Yeah. Actually, a couple of years ago, I was not that kind of a speech guy. I was more like sitting behind a computer, writing articles. Yeah, correct. The speech and all the stuff around it, the speeches and all the stuff around it, so conferences, presenting stuff, this came a bit later for me. So I think 2 or 3 years later, after the first nomination.
Okay. Yeah, you just said it. You are writing a lot. I guess you're writing for the techno community, right?
That's correct, yeah.
And what exactly are you doing there? What's your topic?
Oh, yeah. My area of expertise is System Center, or so tools like System Center Operations Manager, monitoring of big enterprises, System Center Service Manager, Orchestrator for automation, stuff like this.
A lot of things, huh?
Yeah. And I'm doing a lot of support in the Microsoft Social TechNet forums.
Yeah, I saw that. Yes.
I'm also moderator there.
Okay, and you're moderating
the SCOM forums, System Center Operations Manager forums. So if you have System Center Operations Manager and decide to ask something, get help, and write in the forums, there's a big chance that I reply to your question. I also do, like I said, I'm moderating also a bit, and writing article also on all the topics: SCOM, Orchestrator, Service Manager.
Okay, interesting. do you also write scripts for the community?
Yes, I do this also when I find that the topic is interesting, or the script is interesting, or it has, let's say, an added value. Then I write it, I publish it, because you know how it is out there. You have lots of trivial, let's say, trivia stuff where you, for example, need to do something with PowerShell and Active Directory, and then you Google it or you search it, and then you find 1,000 scripts for this.
Yeah, right. Yes.
This is not interesting for me. I try really to, for the stuff I publish, that they really make sense, or that they really have some added value, or at least stuff which you cannot find that easily on the internet.
Okay, sounds interesting. But you make this in a customization way, or you try to make the scripts general that everyone can use that out of the box?
It depends on the use case. Usually I try to do them in a general way, so that everybody can use them or can deploy them. But whenever this is not possible, of course, they're done in more specialized way with specific settings and stuff like this.
Okay. What's currently the projects you're doing? What's now interesting? What's now going on in the business life of Stoyan?
In the business life?
Yeah. Compared to with cooperation with the MVP and all together.
Okay, I would say the most interesting stuff is the MVP taxi. So it's a hot topic.
Is it? What is that?
Yeah, it's a hot topic. I'm really interested to see all the guys which will follow, all the MVPs, all the names I have learned from. It's really interesting for me to know them a bit better, to hear more about them, to hear their what motivates them, what drives them, and yeah, like I said, this is a hot topic. I have 3 or 4 ideas for future blog articles.
Okay.
So again, stuff which is not found easily on the internet, and of course my work in the forums is continuous. It's just every day when I have the time, when I see the option, I just try to be active there.
Okay. Yeah. Let's come back quickly to the MVP taxi. We just started this project, and it was actually extremely cool feedback we got till now. So we're really gonna try to get a lot of MVPs for you guys to see them, to make an interview with them. It all takes time. So just this, but enough with commercials now for us. So you're writing scripts. I know you just came back from Sweden, I guess.
That's correct, yeah.
I also heard that you maybe are going to India from having a
That's
speech.
also correct, yeah.
So then you're writing script, you're writing articles, you have the MVP project. How about family life? What your wife says about that? What your kid says about all this? Is Stoyan still at home?
Yeah, that's also a nice question. Stoyan is always at home. I'm a family guy, so I try not to sacrifice my family for work or for other stuff.
Yeah.
So all my spare time I spend with my beautiful daughters, with my wife, and with my family as a whole. Yeah, sometimes it's not easy. I think you know it also because of all the engagements and all the stuff we have to do, or also work is involved. So my wife is really patient with me, really patient with me. And
so
I try not
for
to.
his wife.
Yeah, thank you. So I think everything is fine for now. It's really hard to have a balanced work-life situation, so to say.
Yes.
Yeah, it's not that easy, but I think I'm managing it so far. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I know what you mean. What you say. I mean, it's plus minus the same, but I say really, it's worth to take it, and if you have the right partner on your side, it makes it more easy.
That's of course the case. Yes.
so from this point, yeah, and what you're gonna see else from you in the future. I mean, you can be open. Your wife is not watching this, so you just can tell us what's going on. I mean, to India you will not take her, I guess, because of the kids.
This is not sure right now.
Okay.
Maybe she will come.
Okay.
She's really fan of it. I mean, of the whole India culture and yoga stuff and all the interesting, let's say, or different stuff they have, like a culture. Not just their what they're eating, but how they're dressed and what.
It's a different culture for us.
Absolutely,
yes, you're absolutely right.
And that's of course raising the interest. And what, from my side, what I've noticed for me in the couple of months is that I really enjoy doing delivering sessions. But what is also important is that the session topic is really something interesting, something which when you go to my session, then you get to learn something new, get to take something with you, and that's really what I'm striving for.
Okay, let's still come back quickly to India and Sweden. This is also actually something cool on the I wouldn't say that's not just possible with being an MVP. It's also possible if you're not an MVP. But the opportunities you have to travel, to get around, to go to conferences. Unfortunately, we will not make it this year to the Experts Live.
That's really unfortunate, yeah.
We both have to work. I will be some few weeks earlier on the Ignite in Orlando, and yeah, so it's simply not possible because we're still doing this in our spare time. But anyway, like I said, I'm going to Orlando. You was in Sweden. You plan to go to India. I also plan to go in the future to go on some. We are traveling a lot.
Busy schedule, yeah. Busy schedule. I think that's the case for most of the MVPs out there.
Yeah.
And it's great that we started the initiative, because now I'm really interested in two things. How other MVPs are managing their work-life balance. That's the first thing.
So now you know what you have also to ask when you make your interviews. Huh?
And the second thing is, of course, traveling. Yeah, you're absolutely right. We travel a lot. We meet great people. It's really very interesting, and I think most of the guys do this also. There are some of them which are doing it, I think, on daily basis. I know some guys which are traveling just a lot. It's really insane.
Yeah, it always depends about the topics and the location you are living in. I mean, I would say if you're in the States, it's a bit different to travel than if you're in Switzerland. And,
absolutely correct. That's correct.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm also interested in that. So now you have also some homework, and me too, for the next interviews. Quickly and short question to the community: what you would like to know from MVPs as well? Are you also interested about the traveling or the contributions? And do you need some more information now about Stoyan? So just contact us, and we're gonna get this information for you.
You can ask anything, guys. Just shoot.
Just don't be afraid from the answer, huh? Last question for me at the moment: is it worth to become an MVP?
It's definitely worth it. No doubt about it.
Even if the way is hard to go for it.
It takes a lot of efforts, a lot of time also. You know it, I know it, all the guys know it, but it's really worth it. Okay. Just to be able to meet all the guys, to learn new stuff, to engage the community, yes. To help the others, of course. That's one of the most important things. You know what's the feeling when you get to help to some of the community guys which are asking stuff or needing help, and then say thank you, and this is really precious.
Yes.
That's the whole thing about it.
Even today, it's not always about the money. It's also just to help each other. That's also still it exists, and actually this is what I also like on the MVP community. It exactly works like this. The most of that they're doing that for free, especially for the community work and the TechNet. This all is for free. So
I think it's it's self-explanatory that when you are doing something as an MVP, you do it for free, or at least that's my point of view. I mean, I don't expect anything in return. I do this, or I started doing this, and I still doing this because I'm glad to be of help.
And a part of.
And I know what is really when I started with the cloud and data center stuff. I know what it's really like when you need some help or need some push or information, and you get it from a guy who knows what this is, who knows what you're looking for. It's really it cannot be explained. And I try to do the same for all the community which is out there. I try to be of help.
Yeah, great. And I guess you get still the feedback. So from this point, it's cool. Yeah. Okay, something else to say for the moment?
No, thank you for having me, Drago.
Thank you
like I said, I'm really curious about our next participants. I hope they like the ride. I hope we will hear some interesting stuff about them. And yeah, we'll stay tuned.
Yeah, soon. Okay, see you.
Thank you very much.
Bye, guys.
Bye bye.